Oh yeah, okay, tonight you all, we are making Tuscan style chicken. I have got 3 huge chicken breasts in this pan that I have butterflied because they were so big. They never get done. I seasoned the back side, but I'm going to season this side so you can see salt, generous helping of salt. And I had to pull out my electric skillet because they were so big. Black pepper. I'm just going to season both sides liberally. Italian seasoning. Just blended Italian seasoning. And I started with about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in this big skillet. Just shake it all over. You want them well seasoned, because we're going to serve this with some angel hair pasta, but we're going to make a beautiful sauce to go with it. Onion powder, of course, you know, I almost never forego the onion powder. And some garlic powder. We're also going to use a little minced garlic in our sauce. We're going to let that cook on one side till it's nice and brown. Then turn it over and put the lid on it and let it finish cooking till it's cooked through. Those are just about brown on that side, but before I let them finish browning, I'm going to open this jar of sun-dried tomatoes. They're packed in oil, and I am going to pour part of that oil in there and let that color and flavor that chicken as it's cooking, along with the olive oil. Now I put that oil in there, a little bit of the oil out of those sun-dried tomatoes, and I put the lid on it. By doing this, we're making them cook faster. You're holding in that steam, so they're cooking from underneath, and then the steam is circulating. So I do recommend, especially if you're working with thick cuts of meat like this, that you put the lid on it and you let them steam. Now we turn that chicken over. We're going to let it cook on the other side, and we're going to let it cook this time till it cooks through. And if we have to add a little bit of chicken broth or whatever to it, we will. But at some point, we're going to deglaze this pan with a little bit of red wine. We'll put the lid back on and let this chicken cook. Okay. Ended up putting 1 small can, just a 14-ounce can of chicken broth in there. Because my chicken was browning too fast without cooking in the middle. And I want them to get tender. So I'm going to check the internal temperature real quick. We need that to be at 165. We're just about there. And there'll be some carryover cooking too. And I've got it in the thickest part of the thickest breast. Yeah, we're going to make it. They will be completely safely to eat. Look, that one's up 185, 190. The thickest part of this one is 171. So we'll check one more spot on that other one. 175, yep. We are good to go as far... Sorry, I'm wobbling that camera all over. We're going to take these chicken breasts out and put them on a plate and let them rest. And then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, we're going to use just a touch, maybe a 1/4 cup of Marsala cooking wine. You buy it at the grocery store. It's not alcoholic. It's just for cooking. I don't use cooking wine a whole lot. But anyway, in this case, it's what I have open. We're going to scrape this pan, any little bits that have stuck. And we're going to let this chicken broth keep reducing for a couple minutes. And I've got my temperature turned up pretty good here. And we are going to start dropping in cream cheese. 6 ounces of cream cheese. I've cubed it. You can see I've cut it into little cubes. We're going to drop that in there, and we're going to whisk it around till it melts. And we're going to add in some heavy cream and the sun-dried tomatoes. And then we're going to taste it and see what we need to adjust. It's going to be delish. See, we drop those cubes in there. And we're just going to start moving them around. They're going to start to melt. And then once we add in the heavy cream, it'll emulsify or make an actual cream. It'll thicken without being in little smudgy pieces like that. Okay, we broke up the cream cheese, and then now we've stirred in a cup of heavy cream. We're going to let this come back up to temperature. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to serve this over angel hair pasta. So go ahead and get your pasta water boiling, because it's not going to be too long before this thickens and makes a beautiful sauce for our pasta and our chicken. Okay, I added in our sun-dried tomatoes. You can see a little of the oil is in there from the sun-dried tomatoes. That's okay. I'm now going to add in a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese and whisk that in. Okay, I've readjusted all the seasoning. I've tasted it. It is good to go. I'm going to put the chicken back in here now. Pasta's cooking away. I ended up grabbing a box of it. Fettuccine noodles instead of angel hair. It'll be fine. So I'm going to let the pasta finish cooking. I'll drain it, and then I'm going to dump it right back in here. But I'm going to add our chicken in first and let it get coated in that great sauce. Look at that beautiful chicken nestled in that sauce. I'm going to flip it over and make sure it gets well coated. And there you have it, all plated up. Tuscan chicken. I cut that chicken breast in half because Mom and I will each only eat half, and the boys will eat the big pieces. And there it is in the pan, all delicious, ready to go. Hope you all enjoy.